Okay, guys, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly Jedi Marshal today, because today we are carrying on with our annual Star Wars adventure. We are playing Pinnacle Entertainment's outstanding Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, and we are making use of a terrific fan-made product by an individual named Christopher Leiby called the Star Wars Companion for Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. This you can find in, we've got a couple links down below. There's one that is to the PDF that I printed off and I'm using for this adventure. And there's also an updated one for Christopher's most recent update to the product. And I should be putting down there as well, too, the oh gosh, can't remember what it's called. Game Cat Games or something like that. Fat Cat Games. I can't remember the name of it. The publishers of this outstanding product called Street Wolves. They have also put together as a further supplement for this product. They put out one specifically for the Rebellion era, and I'm going to include a link down below to that as well. It's also very, very well done. Yeah, so plenty of great Savage Star Wars for tonight. And this adventure we are calling The Nights Below. And with me tonight are the stars of The Nights Below adventure. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight. First up, we've got John.
Hey everyone, I'm John and I'm playing Droman. He is an Alina Jedi Knight who focuses on stealth and illusions. He wields a purple lightsaber.
Very nice. Next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Calidor. He is a Bothan soldier.
Nice. And last, but certainly not least, is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Chael. He's a Mirialan Jedi Consular.
Very nice. Now, John has missed a couple of sessions, so I think we need to bring John up to speed for where we are right now. Let me just get my stack of bennies first.
Last I saw, we were running from a police cruiser after the bounty hunter came after us, I think.
Yeah. So let's, let me...
I assume we got away.
You guys did, unfortunately, not unscathed, though.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of sessions, our heroes have made their way to the planet Sakaro. I guess for one thing, after they did manage to escape the folks on the surface of Wuxtavar, but managed to have to fight their way through a hornet's nest of security starships in order to actually make the jump to lightspeed and make their way away from the planet. In the course of doing so, the night below took a heck of a beating. While they were traveling, what our heroes decided to do is set a course for a relatively, or at least what they thought was going to be a relatively neutral port in order to rest up, repair the ship, and then figure out how you're going to make your way into the pirate-filled sector where Flawaka is located. But when they dropped out of hyperspace, this is what they found. A Imperial class Star Destroyer drifting around the planet of Sakaro. Sakaro is in the outer system, or the outer reaches, outer rim. Thank you.
Rim.
Been welcome. A week and a half.
I know.
And so this place is not under Imperial dominion, particularly not at this point in the timeline, and yet, here one was. Our heroes managed to talk their way past it, although they did manage to talk themselves into an Imperial Customs inspection. Fortunately, after the inspection, they were able to, first they were able to make their landing on the surface, survive the Imperial Customs inspection, and then they made their way onto the planet. And while Chael had spent some time hiding out here, or I guess first off training here with his former master, his late master, I guess would be a more accurate descriptor, and he did spend some time convalescing here after Order 66 and before he set out with the Night Below and put together the collection of Jedi that you have. He has found that this place that has become a kind of home to him has become very different now. Traditionally, the black sands of Sakaro are a haven for smugglers, and in particular are notoriously hostile to bounty hunters. It also is not part of the Imperial system, and certainly not this early in the Empire's reign. And they're also not part of Hutt space. It's an independent world. However, when they arrived, it appears that the Imperials brought some people with them in the form of lots and lots and lots of bounty hunters. So this place has quite a few bounty hunters on it now. There are Imperial customs officials who are controlling people coming and going. And the curious thing is that there really isn't much of value here. Like there is something called black ice that they ship out from here, and there's a couple other natural resources, but nothing like that would justify Imperial occupation.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out last time of why they're here.
Yeah, and to that end, our heroes made their way into the in Vakaya, which is the main city, or the capital, I should say, of Sakaro, outside of the Soko Jarrell starport, and they made up with one of Chael's former contacts, we'll say. Friends might be too strong of a word, but at the very least a contact. Do you remember who that was, Chael?
That wasn't that Carl Ancher?
It was Carl Ancher, yeah.
Yes.
Who I still haven't loaded an illustration of, but I have one in my book.
Yep, there's one in the book.
Here he is. There we go. Honestly, it looks like someone's uncle.
Yep.
Tell us about Ansher, Chael, and what you remember about...
He's
Table Cat Games. Thanks,
like,
Christopher. Christopher's in chat. Hi, Christopher, as well.
He's not the Godfather, but he's very similar to a large extent. He is a retired smuggler, and he kind of pretty much anything that goes on, especially with some of the underworld stuff on Socorro, he's in touch with. He pretty much knows everybody. You know, Cheers at the bar where everybody knows your name. He knows everybody's name.
And his equivalent of Cheers is the Black Dust Tavern. The descriptor that we read out last time was that if Socorro is a hotbed for smuggling activity, then the Black Dust Tavern is the main source of that heat. Located across from the spaceport, the tavern is the first pleasing sight weary smugglers see as they pass through the gates of Vakaya. However, again, with the bounty hunters coming here, along with the Imperial forces, things have gotten a little less... It's not as active as what the Black Dust Tavern normally is, and everyone's a lot more on edge than what they were. There was also something that Chael learned about. Carl Ancher knows about Chael's secret. Not that the secret that he's actually in league with the Empire, but the secret that he is a Jedi Knight. Oh, sorry, Carl. We're gonna save that for another time, right?
Yeah. Me and Knox.
Exactly.
Already forgot.
What he knew was that Chael was a Jedi. Chael has also worked with Ancher to get Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib.
Yeah, Muad'Dib was the... Here we go. Ithorian. Where is he? Here he is. The list of handouts hasn't gotten so unwieldy yet. He's an Ithorian Jedi Master that you guys saved from... 0 Point Station, I think it was called.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but what did he tell you? He seemed to think like, oh, you come here. He implied as if like he had an idea why you were back on planet, and you didn't know what he was talking about. What was it that you learned?
I don't remember.
Ooh,
I'll be honest.
It makes sense that you've blacked it out. Because one of the things we know is that Droman, your character Droman would know this as well. There was a Jedi temple on Socorro. However, shortly, and it particularly trained Jedi Guardians, so warriors, proper Jedi Knights. What happened, though, is that the temple itself was destroyed. shortly before the start of the Clone Wars. No one knows, necessarily why or how or whatnot. It's one of those things that, it was destroyed. Then the Clone Wars happened, Order 66 happened, and things kind of went sideways. Chael, it has been harboring a bit of a secret plan, or maybe a secret. I'm trying to think of a less concrete way of phrasing plan. He has a dream, and that dream is to rebuild the Jedi through what he thought was abandoned temple. But what he found is that it appears there were more levels to that temple than they were aware, at least that the Jedi had let known, and more than you knew, because someone knew about them and broke into them recently, apparently stealing some things, and shortly thereafter, the Empire arrived. They have seized control of the Jedi Temple, and it appears somebody has stolen something from there, and the Imperials want to know who.
Okay.
So that's what you know. That's why he thought, like, oh man, you came back because you heard about the break-in in the temple.
Right.
But you never heard anything about that. So that's where we left things. I'll also remind you that Cal has a critical fail that has yet to come home to roost.
Oh.
No. What? Come on.
So that, I believe, is, as they say, a space check in the space mail. So we'll look forward to when that arrives. Then, is there anything else that you guys recall from your last time on Sakaro?
Nothing specific other than what you've gone over, really.
Okay, then we are picking up from there. So, for one, Chael had mentioned something about rebuilding the temple, and that's what so then Carl let you know about what had actually happened on the planet, and Cal had overheard this plan. The only other person that Chael has shared this dream with has been Droman. Oh, sorry, it was Droon, not Droman.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was Droon. Yeah,
Droon.
That sounds right. Yep.
So, Droman, let's assume that you're with everyone as well. Chael has left his lightsaber on the night below, concealed in a smuggling compartment that is located in one of the escape pods. We're assuming everyone's is there as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Cal disguised himself as a merchant.
Yes. A passable disguise.
Yeah. Not great.
Not
but
great.
Passable.
Is that that critical failure you're talking about?
No.
No, he actually did succeed. But okay, so then, guys, let's pick up from there. So you're in the Black Dust Tavern. Answer just let you know about this break-in into the things. You can hear that there is a lot of, or you've seen evidence of a lot of presence, not only of bounty hunters. And Droman, we went through this last time, but one of the reasons why that is particularly bad for this planet is that this has been for centuries a haven for smugglers. So people don't have the precautions in place they would normally take to avoid getting taken by bounty hunters. So for the Imperials to suddenly kick the door open and force the inhabitants of Sakaro to allow them down here, it's fucking easy pickings for people who have not had to hide for, forever here.
Mm-hmm.
So there probably is also one of the reasons why the tavern is a little emptier is that some may have taken to the deserts. There still are allies among the desert tribes, so they may have headed out there. So, tell us, let's get into the scene. Tell us, Chael, what is the look on your face when you hear about the break-in at the Jedi Temple?
I think the word is consternation. I believe that is correct.
Yeah.
He's very troubled, not really, well, maybe a little bit puzzled.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, and definitely concerned because that location was important.
Yeah,
that's
he had plans for that.
because that was the reason he brought Wood Dog here.
Yeah, and does it bother you that there is no, but you didn't know about the whatever these hidden levels are?
Right. He felt it was a safe place, and now he's finding out maybe it wasn't as safe as he thought. Maybe he didn't do his due diligence, so he's a little bit shaken, maybe to some extent from that.
Yeah.
And very concerned. He wants to get back there and check it out. I mean, really, he wants to turn over all the rocks.
What are I can actually look here, John. Let's say, what are Drummond's? I can't remember what force powers he has. Illusion, mind reading, damage resistance. Okay. Not empathy is what I was curious of. All right. Right, but I mean, that's you're gonna depending on how self-aware your character is, you're gonna be likely aware of what your own emotional circumstance or state is.
Yeah, if Drummond wants to know what's on your mind, he'll pick it for you.
All right. So, Cal and Drummond, let's get some dice rolling here. Why don't you guys give us a notice check, please?
Yes.
See, no modifiers or anything, just to see if you pick up what Chael is, how off. I think Chael, tell me if I got this wrong, Will. Chael does seem to keep himself pretty centered most of the time.
Yeah, he's very much in that. I mean, just his natural inclination is to be somewhat introverted and stable and calm. Yeah. And his Jedi training has only reinforced that.
Yeah. So seeing this, how upset he is by this, and how troubled, I guess not upset, troubled that he is by these this news. Droman, you want to spend a Benny? You gonna reroll?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna save him for somebody else later.
Okay. Well, we got everyone's gonna get a Benny. It's 7:30 already, except for you, Chael, because I'm gonna assume you spent it to get your PowerPoints back.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I've had that down to 7 forever. And I'm like, we kind of have had downtime. Forget about it.
The reason it was down is because you used empathy as to help boost your networking when you came in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why. That's fine. Don't do that. Last, remember, you can spend a Benny to gain 5 PowerPoints back. So.
Yep, that's fine with me, sir.
All right. So then, what are you guys going to do next? Cal, what you can pick up is, Chael's very uncharacteristically rattled by this news.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of know a little bit why. It's not a total shock, but I'm more shocked by his plans, to be honest with you.
So Andrew tells you, one other thing he had mentioned was that if you are on the run, or if you got some heat on you, that this may not be the best location for you. Yeah. The Empire's here, the bounty hunters are here.
We should maybe get our ship fixed and get out of here, lay low.
Yeah, that's the main thing that I think. I mean, amongst other, because Chael obviously had no idea the Empire even, Socorro wasn't even a blip on their map,
No.
And so that was very surprising. But I mean, he knew, hey, this is a great place to get starship repairs. And he felt it was a relatively safe place, which is why he came here. But
like we don't have.
Got to get the ship repaired.
The Socorro would have been with the destruction of the Jedi temple here. There would be no reason for Socorro to be I guess there might be strategic value here, but as far as I know, it was not a main. At least the surface was not a factor in the Clone Wars.
No, I think the most significant thing that I've ever read, and I don't know how canonical it is, but this is supposedly where Lando Calrissian was from. Yeah, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think the only canonical stuff is that, and that it has a Jedi temple.
Yeah, and the Jedi temple thing was news to me, because that's new canon.
It's not
honestly, it is.
I saw news. Someone had because I guess someone made an issue. Someone said something about a Pyrrhic victory in either a Star Wars, like a TV show or something like that. And the fan scripts were like, well, why is there a Pyrrhus? And so Pablo Hidalgo had made a joke about being Darth Pyrrhus. He's like, I'm just going to introduce Darth Pyrrhus as having a hard-fought victory, and then there you go. Like, it's a made-up fucking world. Like, you don't need to think about it that hard.
Right.
And I guess one of these like fans, like one of the genre websites, did a whole article about Darth Pyrrhus being a character now. He's like, why did I make a joke? Like, I can't make a joke about this shit.
You gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch what you say, especially when you're in the position.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So what? Maybe what you see is that there may be some other guests or other customers coming in, and Carl gives you the look of like, I'll come and find you. Go and find a seat. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
You know, and for past experience at the Black Dust Tavern, Chael, this place is wide open for choices. So you guys could have a place with a view of the entrance, a place near the exit. You could have a place, tucked away behind everything, so it's hard to see you when you first walk in. Where would you like to sit?
My mindset is always to keep my eyes on the exits.
Okay.
So that's where Chael definitely wants to sit directly across from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah.
So you guys
we can't
head
all
over.
face the exit, but a good view of it anyway.
I mean, you guys could all sit on one side of the booth like a bunch of psychopaths.
That's not suspicious at all.
Oh boy. So you guys sit down with your drinks, and you have an opportunity to talk.
Okay. I think at this point, Chael has a lot to discuss. First things first. First things first, we've got to get the Night Below repaired. That's first. We have to have a functioning ship before we can make any steps past.
Yeah, you guys have three wounds to repair. There's 2 turrets to repair. There's the 2 critical hits on the navigation or whatever it is, or the piloting, the aeronautics, space aeronautics. What would you call it? I don't know.
The alluvial dampers.
Sure, that works.
Yeah, I mean, we need to
So
be
we got a
laying
lot
low,
of
but
repairs.
yeah, how much concern do you have over what was taken from this temple and what?
High amount of concern.
You're not concerned?
No, high amount.
Oh, high amount of concern.
Yeah, it's we didn't know that there was, a hidden part of the Jedi Temple that could be the key to bringing us back to power. The Sith hid in the shadows for so long. Maybe we should take a cue from them and rebuild in the dark.
Yeah, that's my next most important thing, is to find out what's going on at the temple, make sure that Master Wadub is okay, and maybe investigate some of the temple and find out what we didn't find, and maybe in researching what I hadn't found before, we might find some clues.
What concerns me, if the Sith get the hold of what the hidden Jedi stuff, it could make them even more powerful.
Yes.
It is curious that the Empire arrived here within days of the robbery, too. Almost as if they knew immediately.
Someone who's force sensitive have detected such a thing? Is that possible?
Yes, it's definitely possible. The Force is not bound by physical structures, is not bound by physical rules. It is entirely possible that there was a disturbance here, and someone, because how much would Chael and Droman know about Palpatine becoming the Emperor, that Palpatine was Sidious and is now the Emperor. Would we know that?
I don't think so.
I think because Obi-Wan set the beacon that warned the other Jedi before Yoda confronted Sidious.
Okay.
Right? Like I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since
The
I've
movie,
seen
yeah.
Revenge of the Sith, but I think the order is they go to the temple. There's that scene of him seeing Anakin kill a bunch of kids. They fix the temple. He goes to confront Palpatine. Yoda does, and then Kenobi goes to speak to Padme, and then sneaks on her ship and goes to Mustafar.
That's right.
Right?
Okay.
So I think in the sequence of that, he knows that Anakin is. They had their. I think that they knew, because when all the Jedi Masters went to confront Palpatine, they already knew and told Anakin to sit it out. So for sure they do.
Right.
Yeah, for sure the Jedi.
Okay.
Most Jedi would know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like it was Mace and then the Nautilus and I forget the other ones. But yeah.
You know, the worst thing about this is a non sequitur, but like one of the worst things, that whole scene was supposed to be a like insane fight with a stunt double for Ian McDermott, and then day of, Lucas is like, you know what, he really wants to do this, so let's just do it with him in the fight.
Just do it.
That's why it looks like they just go down like chumps to a fucking 70-year-old, because he was like, no, let's let Ian McDermott do it, and they already did another like crazy acrobatic stunt double at the start of that film with Dooku, right? So fair enough. And also, in fairness, like that's not what that whole scene's about, right? Like we get the badass fight with him and Yoda when he's throwing fucking Senate seats at him and whatnot. So like we get an awesome fight with Palpatine already.
Yeah.
So
right, that's fair.
It's not a bad decision.
I think that's part of that scene is, the first one shows, look how powerful he is. He dispatches of these Jedi Masters, kind of like it's nothing. And so that's, boom. And then you see him versus Yoda and really see the power.
And we see him almost lose or either playing possum or whatnot to Mace Windu. Remember, Windu almost gets the better of him, and it's only when he tries to execute him that...
Yep.
Yeah, right? So, yeah. Whether he was playing possum and just trying to trick Anakin into doing that is another thing, but he also could have been worn down by fighting that many masters.
Well, and I think the lore was that like Mace was the best fighter, right? At that point.
Yeah.
Or one of them.
Yeah, because he had that shatter point technique, they said. The extended universe stuff says. Anyway, so that's basic. We play role-playing games and talk about Star Wars nerdistry here.
Yes.
On the Dungeon
Hey, what do you expect? We're playing Star Wars.
Okay, so what to get back to the question, then yes, you would know that the Sith are behind the Empire, and you know that there is the other stuff that's overlying this is that every 900 years, there seems to be this resurgence of this Black Knights of the Sith. Originally on some as yet unknown planet, which was defeated by Master Murtaugh, a Togorian who fell to the dark side and had to rely on an army of Mandalorians to defeat the Black Knights. But he killed the Dark Underlord and apparently fell to the spirit that was possessing the Dark Underlord. And then 900 years later, while Yoda was a Padawan, he faced them on the planet of Floaka in a pirate sector. The Black Knights resurgent, and now, 900 years later, the Sith are ascendant once again, a powerful head of an entire empire, and a black armored figure appears to once again be hunting Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So, what how does that affect your decision? Sorry, we got totally distracted by talking about canon. You asked whether you knew that Palpatine was the Sith, and yes, you would,
Oh, right.
So, very much so. Look, they wiped out, Palpatine, the Emperor fundamentally wiped out the Jedi Order in the span of, 60 minutes.
Yeah.
something like that, he fundamentally wiped us out as an organization. So if he could do something like that, finding out that there was something
Maybe
steep in the Force.
Maybe he can sense the Force at great distance.
Indeed. So that's no stretch of the imagination to think that his power is that great.
Shale, do you think that it was one of the other things that sapped the Jedi Knight's strength, not only in terms of numbers, but also in terms of the goodwill they had with the people, was the Clone Wars themselves? Does Shale think that that could be part of this plan? That would the Sith have planned that far ahead to have precipitated a galaxy-wide conflict only to weaken their enemies?
I mean, that's definitely a possibility in Chael's mind. And I think Chael, whether he quote unquote knew it or not, I think he'd be perceptive enough at this point in the Empire to understand that the clone army and pretty much the non-Jedi officers in the clone army, in the Grand Army of the Republic.
Yeah.
I think he was smart enough to understand that they were all pretty much human, and that the Confederacy of Independent Systems, to a large extent, was not human.
Yeah.
So I think he's smart enough to put those two things together and think that, yeah, it's very easy to see that this shadowy individual, the Emperor, orchestrated something like that.
If that's the case, what do you think happened with the Jedi Temple here?
Now, it was destroyed before everything. That was several hundred years ago, right?
No. That was shortly before the Clone Wars.
Shortly before. So
it was never a big temple, right? Like, it was not. This was a relatively small thing. But one night, all wiped out.
And it was the focus of warrior training, for lack of a better word.
Exactly.
So maybe there was something here that they missed when they wiped them out.
There could have been there could have been something hidden that was under protection that had been perhaps hidden so long that really maybe what it actually was kind of was forgotten about, but it was some artifact of power or something like that. Maybe it could have been something like that was protected here. But I could very easily see. The argument could be made that
What could that even entail, Chael? Some artifact of power.
The Sith were well-known alchemists and mystics who imbued the dark side in not only holocrons, but in weapons and equipment. It could have been something like that. It could have been the converse. It could have been some sort of maybe Jedi holocron that held a very specific training that would have been antithetical to the Emperor's plans. And so he tried to remove that playing piece. Just those are some immediate ideas. I have no idea, honestly, because apparently I didn't do my groundwork well enough to know everything there was.
I know your powers obviously don't compete with the Emperor, but since we are much closer, would you be able to possibly reach out and sense the Force at a distance now that we are on planet?
I could, but I think our chances of success would be much greater if we go to the temple.
Not to mention, if you opening up yourself to the Force opens yourself up to those in tune with the Force. So
Right. Fair enough.
So, get the ship fixed, which I have no idea how we're going to pay for that.
I think you guys will have, for the purpose of this adventure, we're not going to nickel and dime you guys with stuff that you'll.
Well,
We get some jobs.
This is my backdoor way of
on
making
it.
this into a traveler campaign. It's
No,
like,
no,
okay,
that's your
you're just
account.
going to keep track of
you
the.
go do this mission for me, and I'll fix your ship. So that's just. I've been playing role-playing games too long, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do some Jedi mind tricks. The money's in your account.
Yep.
Well, if you're gonna use the force for that, then maybe we should use it to reach out and find this missing item.
You don't need to see my Visa card. So
It was
yeah,
not
so that would be the other
declined.
thing. Then if we're gonna be okay with just saying, hey, the ship's being repaired while that's going on, let's head out.
Let's assume there's enough stuff that you've got in the hold to sort of scrounge together to sell off that you'll be able to pay for the whatever repairs need to be done. It will take time, however, to.
Right.
Oh yeah, right, of course.
And that's kind of what I was thinking. With the time it's going to take to fix the ship, we'd have time to go out to the Rim Mountains and do some investigating.
If you're going out to the mountains, that's where Mudab is in hiding, though.
Oh.
So where is the temple then, Kevin?
Temple's not far from here.
Oh,
It's a little further out into to give yourself an idea of the geography. Where Zakaya is west of the mountains, and then the Rim Mountains kind of dominate this region. It's one of those like 90s, RPG maps where it's like someone got sick of drawing mountains at some point. It's like, fuck it, there's only one range here. But it is largely, let's see here. There's one kind of major, yeah, that's the entire planet. One set of mountains.
You're like me. I'm looking back at my map.
Yeah. So, like, what you can picture is that there is, Vakaya is about, maybe depending on what vehicle you use, it's about a day or two's travel from the foothills. West of the foothills, so it's in the flatlands more than anything. The Rim Mountains are massive. It's a sprawling set of dusty mountains that hide a ton of different things, not the least of which is like fortresses and whatnot dating back thousands of years. The temple itself is not far away from Zakaya, and it's probably, I can't remember how long it's been here, but I believe it's been here as long as the starport has been. So it wouldn't be too far from here, but it's not in the mountains themselves. It's out in the middle of the desert, kind of built around a, Petra. I think it's called Petra. It's that thing. I can't remember what country it's in. Morocco?
Oh no, I think it's in Israel or Jordan or something.
Oh, I think Jordan. You're right. Is that thing Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where they come across that thing built in the side? Yep. That's an actual temple. It's an actual place in Jordan.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, carved in the side. I'm picturing it's kind of like that. There's a canyon somewhere near here, and the Jedi Temple is built directly into it.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. But what that means is you guys need to find a way to get out there, because you do have a... Oh, you don't. I'm thinking of a different game. Oh my, the Traveler game, you guys have an air... what do you call it? Air speeder or grab car or whatever it is. Air raft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the hull. You do not have room for that in the night below.
No. There's not near enough room on this
There
thing.
are domestic animals here that can be hired, so you can hire that out. You could probably hire out speeder bikes as well. What you might want to do as well, as a reminder, in Savage Worlds, you can make use of networking. Right now, there are probably a lot of unknowns that you have as to what the situation is like here, what the situation is like at the temple. You can use networking to ask around and try and get a sense of, get information, basically.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. I think, let's see, I think one of the first things that, let's see, how would I think about this? I'm trying to figure out how I would look for this information, what I'm really trying to find out.
Well, you guys are sitting around the table at Black Death Tavern. Why don't you talk about what you guys plan on doing first here?
Okay, one thing I want to know is kind of exactly when the Empire got here, when the bounty hunters got here, and basically when everybody left, because there would have been a mass exodus in some shape, form, or fashion. A lot of these smugglers would have beat feet really quickly.
Or at least they would try.
Those who could would, those who couldn't went to ground.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have an interdictor. But yeah, all of these bounty hunters showing up. I mean, I know what this place is like. I know what Vakaya's like. I know what Socorro's like. How there are not gunfights going on all the time. I mean, you know, it's almost like Tombstone in Chael's mind. He knows the antagonism between the natives and bounty hunters, how they feel about them.
Oh yeah, like typically, John, we talked about this last time, but there's an undersized hut, a small hut named
Taraga,
yeah, Taraga the Hut, who was the person that bounty hunters coming on planet would always be directed to. And on a planet with no taxes, the only taxes that are charged are on bounty hunters, and it's to a point where bounty hunters could not previously afford to operate here. Taraga is not part of this is not part of hut space. This is in the hut area, but he is a hut, and they stand by their own. So if you piss off the huts and you're a bounty hunter, yeah, that's a pretty regular source of a source of income for bounty hunters.
News.
So, what are you thinking?
What are you guys thinking? I mean, one of us obviously should probably try and secure transportation in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
What else do you guys want to find out? Is there anything else specific right now that we might be able to find out in the spaceport?
Do I think there's any possibility, Kev, of connecting to the Bothan spy net here on planet?
There's a chance you could.
Yeah, like it might not be worth the danger on this planet. So yeah, I don't think I'll try that. So I'm gonna skip that mission on this planet.
Okay.
So I could try and secure some transport.
What else do you guys wish to do while you're here?
Do we want to go to the Jedi Temple?
That's.
Do we want to go speak with what's his name? Muad'Dib?
Muad'Dib.
Yeah, we need the animals to get there, right?
Muad'Dib is the one who's going to be space Jesus for the rest of the planet.
Every time I try and think of his name, I have to stop myself and make sure.
I know, I can't help it.
We're on the Dune planet too.
Same way.
Wadi.
I think his name was randomly generated too. Like, a year ago when we ran this, I randomly generated his name. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, like, do we want to speak to him first? Do you think he's got insight? Like, do we want to stay away from him because he's in hiding? Like, what do you think there, Chael?
You know what? I think that's a good idea, actually, Cal. I think we should stay away from him because he is in hiding. So if anybody's watching us, we're just gonna go to.
He's a champion with the Freeman now.
Yes.
Muad'Dib.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if he's right, if we're being watched and we don't notice and we don't know, I mean, we interacted with the Imperials.
Yep.
When we arrived.
Yep.
And if there is a force sensitive person nearby on the dark side and they've come here looking for this and they've noticed us and we might be being followed or monitored in some way, we don't want to lead them to him. So
nope. Yeah, so I say we just do some inquiring, see if we can find out any more information about the Empire being here, about the bounty hunters, and then getting transportation and into the temple. Any other ideas?
Can you find out like who broke into the temple and maybe what they did with the stuff they found?
That might be. I mean, that might be a good question to ask around. Does anybody know who it was, who sponsored it, what they were looking for? Are they still on planet?
Yeah.
Because I mean, with the Empire here, and with this continued presence here, it seems to me that if they got something, they didn't get off planet with it because the Empire would have pursued them. So they're most likely still here on planet somewhere. Either that or they had a really good smuggler get them off of here. But I think with what happened, I think it's more likely they're still on planet somewhere. Yeah. Somebody knows something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would want to look for, to know,
But who are you going to talk to is the question. We're trying to lay low.
Probably get in touch with the, I don't know, the local criminal element.
Just make sure they're not
also known as
hunters.
everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What is Droman's persuasion score?
The D6.
Which is not bad.
Got some bennies to blow, so
You do.
No. My persuasion's also a D6 that I was going to use to try and secure transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I figure I should take the more safer one because I definitely don't want to be spotted. It's clear there is a very valuable bounty out on Cal right
and
now.
I have a particular set of abilities that I might use to get away.
If needed, yes.
So that is a question, though. Is the use of force abilities here?
Probably just use my boost skill instead of my force ability. It's more of a racial thing, right?
Yeah.
What exactly empathy does?
Right.
Get the book open.
Only because you guys would know that there is force users can sometimes sense one another.
Yeah, I think I'll just rely on my racial ability rather than force ability.
Mm-hmm.
They'll bump me up to I think a D8 for persuasion.
Yeah, that's a little better for asking dangerous questions. Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Chow?
So Droman's asking around about the thieves. Cal's going to secure transportation, and Chael is looking into what?
He really wants to know when exactly, kind of like how the time frame kind of worked.
Yeah.
When did the Imperials get here? When did the bounty hunters get here? And what have the bounty hunters been doing? Like, are the bounty hunters leaning on people for information? Are the bounty hunters like out scouring the dunes? What's going on with them?
So then, we'll draw cards to go give an order to this here.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I also like how the cards tell you something about the
results
potentially too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like definitely like that. Okay, so we got anyone spending bennies for a new card.
I think those cards are all peaceful. I think it's red's good, black is bad, right?
Specific part of black,
Surely
yeah.
don't know what you mean. Okay, so then what? We'll start with Chill. So Chill, would you give us a persuasion check, please?
Yeah.
I take it you're trying to be friendly here, right?
Yeah, Chael's, he's asking around. I mean, he doesn't know everybody, but he's, he's familiar with a lot of the people here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people definitely knew who his master was because she was from here.
Well, that was people who would have been here, though. Remember, this place has seen some turnover.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead and give us an unmodified persuasion check whenever you're ready.
It's a success.
Okay. Success, but not a raise. You want to push for a raise? Yeah.
I've got an extra Benny. Let's roll with it.
You got it.
Come on, 8.
There you go. Nice.
Raises.
All right. So where are you picturing that you're following up? Karanga's Loft is the other kind of like watering hole place.
Yeah. That's probably not a bad place to go. For one thing, it seems like that might be less, what's the word I'm looking for? Less off-putting to bounty hunters from off-world. Does that make sense? Seems like they would be more likely to be there than they would here.
Oh, heck
I
yeah,
guess.
to rub it in a Hutt's face who's been charging them, you know, through the roof.
Yep.
There's a really good chance of that.
Yeah.
So how do you blend in? We know that you blend in quite well with that role. How is it that you do so?
That's a good question. I mean, he just he's calm. You know, he moves in up to the bar, orders a drink, maybe drops something to the bartender to the effect of, you know, where'd all these bounty hunters come from? Who are all these people?
Let's
and where,
talk about Taranga's loft then.
Yeah. Who are some of the regulars that
justify a purchase here?
Yeah.
When the drinking and conversation grows dull, even smuggling stories can get old after a while. Spacers often turn to Taranga's loft to liven up the air evenings. This exotic spot features a live band, a spacious, multi-tiered dance floor, and various gambling venues. From the outside, the loft resembles a dilapidated warehouse in need of restoration and repair. In fact, there are several condemned notices plastered on the outer walls. Except for a sudden blast of noise, dance music, and laughing voices as its double blast shield doors open, there's no warning of what treasures await inside the club. Due to its solid construction and layers of packed sand inside its walls, Taranga's loft is virtually soundproof. Can you tell us it was written in the 90s? That is effectively a space rave? Like, glow sticks are available for purchase at the no.
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
So here's the thing that is different, I think, now, is that there's not really... There are people dancing, but it is kind of like the dancing girls you would see at Jabba's place, as opposed to, you know, the like sad dancing.
Right.
Reluctant dancing with a bunch of things, and about a third of the crowd you would normally see in here. The music is also much more subdued, and the atmosphere is subdued, and there is no sign of the Hutt who lends his name to this place. So you saddle up to the bar, and you made a comment about bounty hunters? Yeah,
definitely asking, who are all these guys? Where did they come from? What is this all about?
I think it's a Nikto who is behind the bar. So he pours a drink, and he says, "You haven't been around in a while, I take it."
No, I've been gone for a while, but this is not the place I left.
This is not the place it was a month ago.
What do you remember happening about a month ago?
Well, word goes, a month ago, someone got it in their head to break into the old Jedi temple. And then 2 days later, we started seeing a triangle in the sky. Within the week, that's when the first of the hunters showed up. First, our boss tried to put up a brave face. It seems the Hutts don't have the reach they used to. Or at least as ways they weren't going to put up a fight over a couple of smugglers. With them bounty hunters coming down and getting rich, they're the only ones who seem to be wanting to come in and spend money. He gestures around at a bunch of people, and it's what you'd expect. It's you know, some in bits of armor. It's, you know, picture an entire bar full of like that one scene with the bounty hunters in Empire.
Yeah,
a mishmash of a bunch of different species that are there, but it's everybody who is clearly you know, some kind of hunter. I take it that's not what you're here for?
No, we just came to get my ship repaired, and we were going to move on from there. But this is...
Well, I'm sure an upstanding man like yourself doesn't have anyone wanting to speak to them. But if anyone does want to speak to you on a urgent basis, keep your head down. Kind of looks at you.
Understood.
He looks back and forth. Say, you said you're from here, right?
Well, not originally, but this is probably the closest thing I've ever known to a home.
Well, you want to know what I heard?
Sure.
I heard that by breaking into the temple, they've woken up the ghosts of the Jedi.
Ghosts?
They say that they're all gone now, all traitors. But I got on a good account. There were some locals, desert folk, didn't want to cooperate with someone who was asking questions. My buddy says he saw that person draw a lightsaber and cut down all of them.
Really?
Got answers from one of them afterwards, and then cut him down afterwards with that red saber. Whatever the Jedi they say they did, it might be even worse. I don't like having these bounty hunters here, but the Jedi are going around cutting people up with them swords. We might be grateful to have a triangle in the sky. You ask me.
Would you, maybe be able to put me in touch with your friend who saw this?
Well, that's him over there. He gestures over, and there is a Chandrafan, the bat-headed guy, who's kind of passed out on his drink. He's sitting on a slightly higher up stool. He's got a drink in front of him, and he's kind of passed out on top of it. His name's Bix.
Bix, all right. Well, I think I might go try and talk to him, see if he knows maybe a little bit more about this. So, Chael slides him, I don't know, 10 credits?
Sure, whatever, yeah.
10 sounds
takes
right,
it over.
5 doesn't sound enough, 10 sounds right.
He smiles at you, wipes the bar up from where you put the things down. Then he picks up a bottle of, something that's got something pickled inside it, some desert creature that's, mezcal style kind of drifting in there. Puts it down on the plasteel, top, and Bix kind of gets up and his eyes kind of narrow down, and then he gets both hands around that drink and begins drinking once again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely
Looks like
slide
Bix is
down
up
there.
right now.
Yeah. Definitely gonna slide down there and talk to him next.
Okay. So as you slide down and talk to him, he finishes up his drink. He looks over at you.
I know you, stranger.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't believe we've had the acquaintance. But you're Bix, right?
I'm Bix.
Who sent you?
Oh, I was just talking to our friend the bartender there.
Well, he's a liar, and whatever he said I didn't do.
No. He thought you might be able to help me with something. I'd like to buy you a drink.
Now, why didn't you say that, stranger? There's no better way to become a friend of Bix's than buying a drink. Sit down, stranger. I'm sorry. Sit down, friend.
Ah, yes. So Chael waves at the bartender, 2 drinks.
Yeah, he actually seems to be pouring 2 already. It appears that he knows
It's not our first
Bix's
rodeo.
little game. Bix Fit
Yep.
manages to drown this giant, relatively speaking, giant, glass, sets it aside.
What is it I can help you with, friend?
Well, he was telling me a story that you had seen some of the bounty hunters interrogating someone and maybe biting off more than they could chew, and there was possibly a lightsaber involved.
Kind of clears his throat, looks back and forth.
Who told you there's a lightsaber involved?
Look, I'm just telling you what I heard. I want to know what you actually saw. That's what I'm concerned with. It might help me maybe hunt up some answers of my own, if you catch my drift.
He looks at you.
We really... If you're not from here, you might not know bounty hunters aren't welcome on Sakaro. But then, I've never known a bounty hunter to buy drinks, so I guess we're all making new friends.
I think the saying is war makes strange bedfellows.
Why the war? Here's what I heard. Them Jedi that fought in the war, they went crazy. And they went killing all over the place. That's what I saw. I swear, something I never heard of before. This Jedi, I think, was a Mandalorian. Because he had them Mandalorian feathers on his black armor. Black armor, head to toe. And a red lightsaber.
And
he
where was this at?
slaughtered up those desert folk like they were nothing. And he was asking about the theft.
The theft from the
Something's
temple.
watching over me. He didn't see me. I could hear him asking through that helmet they have. I ain't seen nothing like it for years. But that's what I saw. A ghost of a Mandalore Jedi. And it's killing people.
Where was this at exactly? Where were you?
Are you crazy? I'm not going back there ever.
Oh no, I'm not asking you to go back there. I'm just asking you to maybe point it out for me.
You
And I
won't,
think-
you won't tell anyone that Bix told you where it was.
Why would I? And I think at this point, Chael.
His little beady eyes narrow.
Why would you? Why
Yeah, I think
would you?
Chael slides his drink, which he hasn't had any of yet. He slides it in front of Biggs. That's what he does at this point.
The desert winds can leave an awful parch. In the encampment, desert folk. The western edge of town.
The western edge of town. Okay.
Now, they
All
won't
right,
talk to you. Especially if there's a ghost of a Jedi killing them. I told this story to someone else. I ain't seen him since.
What did he look like?
Which? My bunny? He was Gamorrean.
You told a Gamorrean. Okay. Okay.
I ain't seen him since.
All right.
So, if you go looking for the ghost, don't tell him that Bix sent you.
No. All right, so I think Chael's good enough with this guy. He's gotten probably all the real information he's going to get out of him.
Okay.
He at least has a general idea of the location.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what he does about the tribes, yeah, I think that's sufficient for him to go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll cut to our disguised merchant. Cal, are you intending on using persuasion or intimidation to get your way?
I was imagining more persuasion. He's
Okay.
dressed as a businessman. He needs some transportation for a business deal that's happening outside of city. Maybe
Yeah.
something he's got to go look at to purchase.
Sure. Would you kindly give us a persuasion check, please?
All right. Yeah.
Chell set a pretty high benchmark here, but
Oh, gross.
no betting that?
Yep. Absolutely. Not settling for a failure. Oh, come on.
Can I
All right,
betting
one
that
more try.
again?
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Holy crap, roll 20. 3 rolls, not over a 3.
Okay, now we are allowing in this
Oh.
campaign the fumble into success chance.
Yeah.
So you can't spend a Benny and try again.
no.
But if you fail again, it just means you like super fail.
Man, I kind of feel like we really need the transportation though, so I'm gonna do it. I'll still have 1 Benny left.
Okay.
Try one
I'd
more
offer to
time.
send you one, but I don't think I'm nearby enough to talk to you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, roll 20.
So you're asking around about what what kind of transportation is available, and I'm guessing you're not just jumping on the first thing you find, right? Like you're trying to get a sense of what's available.
Yeah, like trying to, find something that like can take all of us and,
Yeah.
is a good, at least decently priced. Doesn't have
So-
to be,
Let me make a quick check here. All right.
That's too.
We
Failures,
we played
I've-
Cult on the weekend. Well, twice on the weekend, but on Sunday, it was David's first time playing Cult, and he could not roll in that game. Like similar thing, like low rolls are suboptimal results, higher ones are better results. 2d10 is what you roll in it. He didn't roll over a 9 for about an hour into the session.
goodness.
It's just brutal. It was funny, like maybe because the way that the game works, it's fiction focused. So, but okay, so here's what I'm going to do then. Give me a second here. Make 2 rolls. Okay. Okay. Benny that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So you are traveling between 2, and you sort of like at one point you've left one place. You can picture this place is not planned out whatsoever. It all has that. You remember the way we described it before is very similar. And if you can picture what Mos Eisley was like, but instead of that like chalk white sand that's used to make up the structures, it's black sand, the black sand of Sakaro.
Right.
And what you find, you're going through this bazaar and kind of talking to some people. One place doesn't have enough speeder bikes or for rent. One place has some like riding animals for you to go with, but they don't seem like they're really domesticated fully. So you're like, all right, maybe there's an alleyway that cuts through to what looks like a big dealership or something like that on the other side. And you're partway down there. Where do you think your mind's at that has you so distracted, especially as a Bothan?
I mean, for one thing, he's like got his like armor off, so he's not using his like thing that he's normally scanning everything with, and he's just, these conditions are bad, and so I think that, and combined with just like, maybe it's stressful, this just isn't going well, and so think that the distraction is
He stepped in a big
Chael's
pile
plan.
or something.
No, it's Chael's plan. He's like, I don't even want to be on this planet, let alone here extended time at this temple, rebuilding it. This is such a bad idea.
Well, and as a commando too, I imagine that, you know, there's no worse point than a fixed, you know, location trying to secure that against.
Absolutely, and I think so. I think that the thought, the thing that's consuming him is, how am I going to convince him not to do this? He's my friend. I think it's a bad idea, but it sounds like his passion, his life, you know, like this is not something you just tell someone not to do. Like, I need to convince him. And so I think he is like running through.
Can you think of any other
to...
alternatives, or because
like alternative things to convince him?
Well, what's the thing that
the ship, the missing ship?
The Praxian
that
starship.
might be a much better location for a rebuild. Absolutely.
Okay.
Something that's mobile.
So maybe you think, you're like, this is why I need to get him focused on that. And it's because of that why you don't notice that someone throws something over your head and someone big and musky smelling grabs you. And you can hear two things are like, oh, it's him, I tell you. I knew it was him. Let's go ahead and draw some initiative cards here. So 5 for Cal and a 6 for your captors. So presently they have you entangled and blinded. So you can't move and you're distracted and you can't see. But they haven't got you bound yet. So we're going to try and get a better handle on you. Would you give us why don't I roll it, and then you can I'll tell you what the two rolls are, and you're gonna try and beat the best of these. Okay, these guys are pretty big. Here we go. Oh boy, I got an 11 on my athletics check.
Wow.
So this is free for you to resist this.
Okay, here we go. So it's athletics, right?
Yep.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. You want to Benny it?
I have one left. I'm gonna save it.
Okay. So you unfortunately have been
bound.
Fully, what is it? You're not just entangled, you're fully bound now. You're distracted and you're vulnerable. And you can hear him talking. Oh, it's going to be a good finding. You said we should leave. No, we want to stay. You're foolish to stay here. Oh, fine, you're right this time. A stop chronometer can be right once a day. That's twice, you fool. They're talking back and forth to one another as this is going on. Your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm totally bound.
Yeah.
Is there a roll to try and like break free or no?
You can try and break free, but because you are distracted, you take -2 to your actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I just click all these. Yeah, there we go. There's little symbols for it.
Yeah.
How do you get rid of conditions? Is there any way? I'm vulnerable and distracted, right?
You...
Can I get rid of distracted?
I think you can spend a Benny to get rid of...
okay.
Get rid of conditions. No, you can't. You can get rid of being shaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll still try to break free.
Okay.
At least this round.
Sure. So give us...
That's just like a human reaction or a...
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my best roll is a 7.
Athletics roll?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, here we go.
You want to Benny that? Does it change your mind if I give you another Benny?
Yeah, then I will try.
All right, I'm going to update your total there, Drummond. I'll bump you up to an 8 max.
Here we go.
There we go.
Oh,
God dang.
Sir, get up to 8.
Oh, he's a feisty one.
Yeah.
Don't quit fighting. If bounty's dead or alive, I prefer to turn him over alive and hope for a bonus, but you keep causing trouble. We're gonna have to go the other way. Look at that, though. Joker for Cal. Everybody gets a Benny.
Wow.
Oh,
Did you say you bumped up my total to 8?
yeah, I did, and then it didn't. Oh, I guess I didn't hit save. Hold on.
Ah,
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
thought-
man.
we were capped.
No. Bennies are not. There's no cap on Bennies. What in the ever-loving fuck is going on here? Come on. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Well, just open up your token settings like 3 times.
So, they actually have like a bag or something over me, or
Yeah, it's something
yeah, like a whatever, some
akin
kind
to
of a
burlap or something like that.
yeah, exactly.
There you go. Okay. Max is 10 now. So I got a king. You got a joker. So you're gonna get +2 to all your actions for the round, and you should have 3. Oh no, you
No, I
rerolled
have
that.
2.
Athletics.
I
Okay.
one.
When would you like to go right away, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am gonna go right away.
Okay. Do you want to do anything other than try and get free?
No, I gotta try and get free.
Okay.
That's just, it just
So
makes more sense.
It's going to be tough,
Even though
though.
he told me not to struggle, yeah, I know it's tough.
It's a 3
Oh.
or 3.
Oh. This could be the round. This could be the round.
Could be it.
Here we go.
Come on.
And I get +2, so it bounces
So
out
it bounces
against
out.
my...
Yeah, no modifiers for this one.
Yeah!
There you go. All right, 3. That's a raise because you beat it by 4 as well. So you managed to get yourself completely free of this. You throw the thing off, and what you find
Yeah, what do I see?
standing there are...
Imagine like heading out the bottom of the bag with like a pocket knife and rolling out.
Yeah. What's he? I think he's got his pistol on him, and you can tell we played enough together that we'll guess it already.
Oh, I was just guessing. It just sounded like that big monster, from the old
It's
Muppets
Sweetums from the Muppets.
show. Yeah. It just, that's what it
There's
sounded like.
in the Knights of the Old Republic comic, to give credit where I'm stealing, the one I can't remember, Joshua Jackson or something like that. I can't remember the writer's name is. I love that series, and one of the things I love from it is the idiotic Ithorian bounty hunter brothers, and so this is my homage to them. It's the Whippet brother bounty hunters who sound like Sweetums. So this is who you spilled out of. They're like, "It's free." Get him, brother. And so the one is going to try and get you, Cal. What is your parry?
My parry is 8.
8.
Am I still distracted and vulnerable?
No. You're get rid of all of your conditions, and just give us a kit. So the first one is going to try give us a contested athletics against 5.
Okay, here we go.
And he still gets his +2 for the round.
Yes.
Yeah, huge.
Oh,
so he's
that's
trying
huge.
to grab
It's
a hold
actually
of
a
you. You duck
13,
and weave
yeah.
and get out of the way, and the other one is like, "Hold on him, I'll get him in the bag again." 6. Go ahead and give us an athletics check. Remember, +2 to your actions.
Yeah, this time I'll add the +2 in.
No
Yes.
problem. Out of the way of him. Next round. Cal, you're acting on... Oh, I got to shuffle. Actually, we know you're going last here, Droman, so for these, I'll just do the shuffle. We go, and deal. Cal, a jack, and the Whippets on a 9. Should I try and make it interesting? Let's do that. We're in our last half hour right now. Ooh, but spades comes before diamonds.
Oh, thank goodness.
So very close. I'm not going to waste any more. Cal, you're up first. What are you doing?
I'm gonna draw my pistol out.
Okay. Pre-action in Savage Worlds. You can actually ready 2 weapons in Savage Worlds.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So, and I'm actually just gonna fire.
Okay.
at this point. I'm not even gonna like put it on them. And
What's
give them
the
a
rate
threat.
of? Well, you can make your decision on rate of fire. You've got rock and roll. You're not moving, so you get the benefit. You can fire as many as you like, and you won't take a penalty for auto fire.
Right. Yeah. So, does it ask you when you roll? Right.
Yes, it'll ask you what the rate of fire is. If it has,
Yeah. Right. Number of skill dice.
Yeah.
Right.
and it's up to the max of the rate of fire for your weapon.
Yeah. So it's 3 for this one.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just, you know, the Star Wars equivalent of, you know, fanning the hammer or whatever.
Yeah. Now, are you trying to hit one guy, or are you trying to hit each of them, spread it around?
Yeah. Maybe like 2 shots at one and 1 at the other kind of thing.
Okay.
Like just.
Yep. All right. So
Yeah.
then, two shots at one are so because you're in melee range with them, you target their parry, not to the 4 normally. But that's
Right.
a hit with 2 of them and a raise with 1. So why don't you roll damage on the first one?
Okay.
You can roll 2 damages that are normal and 1 that will count the raised dice.
Right. Okay. So.
Okay. So first
that's
one. Oof, that's not great. You want to spend a penny and
No.
re-roll damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So reroll damage. Oh, worse.
We take the better of the 2. So
Oh, right.
you see that these things underneath their like hide, they've got some kind of armor on. So the first one
Yeah.
hits the armor and doesn't do anything. Roll damage for the second one.
I kind of expected that. Damage. Here we go.
Come on.
Second one. Oh, a little better.
5. Nothing.
Yeah.
And then damage from the third. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this one is with the raise.
With the raise. Yeah, we'll count the raise, the bonus damage dice. So that's
Oh.
10.
Ooh.
You want to spend a penny re-roll damage, or you want to take that?
No, I only have 1 left. I might
Only
need
1
it
left.
for-
10 is enough to shake him. He staggers back, having really hit like solidly in the chest, and the other one's like, "Brother!" Then it is their turn. I'm not going to spend a penny to unshake. I will roll because these whipped, their mama didn't raise them to be cowards.
No.
She didn't raise them to be smart neither, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
we ain't talking about that. I just failed, so I'm gonna spend a penny to re-roll. The spirit check succeeded. All right, so you can act. All right. One of them says, "Brother, he's getting scrappy." The other one says, "Oh, he can get scrappy too." And they are going to one of them draws a contact stunner
Oh no.
and is going to try and take you down. I'll make him less ornery, like taking down Panther. So what's your parry?
8.
8. So he honestly, like, there are swinging doors that are more hard to avoid than what this guy was. He's coming in at you, and you deke to the one side. The other one is going to he's getting a little more nasty. He's getting a vibro dagger out. And he's going to try and get you. Let's see here. It swings past you. Does not come in contact. End of the round. Cal? You know what they need to do? They need to go all out. They need to be doing a wild attack next time. Okay. So currently, the Whipped boys are going first.
Man,
You want to spend a Benny, get a new card?
No, I need that Benny. That's
Need
my
that Benny.
safety Benny.
All right, let's try it again here. Contact stunners coming in. What did you say your parry was?
8.
Oh, a 7.
Ooh.
But there's a gang up bonus. They get a +1. 8. He just connects with you. Would you give us a
Ouch.
vigor check, please?
Come on.
There we go.
Come on. Just barely. That's going to sting. So
Yeah.
you're distracted right now. As you stagger back. Fortunately, you're not stunned, though. And then, so that means -2 to your actions.
Yeah.
And then the other one is You know what he's gonna do? He brings out his this like big old blaster rifle that he's got in his back, but he's just gonna batter you with it rather than actually use the rifle. He's trying to knock you out. So let's see here. That is so that's a 7. It's an 8 with the gang up bonus. Ouch. So the one gets you, the other one kind of bonks you on the head, and the damage. Let's see here. Those whippets are strong. Okay. Here we go. An improvised weapon. But that's only 6 points of damage. Even with your armor off, that's still what's your armor bonus you normally get? It'll be the one.
My toughness is 12 and the 6 is in brackets.
So normally it's a 6. Oof, so you are shaken. So do you want to spend a Benny to unshake before you make your roll, or do you want to risk a roll while you're distracted?
I'll spend the Benny.
Okay. So you are unshaken, and it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take this opportunity to turn and run.
Okay.
Yeah, help.
Now hold on. There is, because there is a. Let's see here. Yeah, you're gonna have to withdraw from melee.
Okay.
First, right? Because you withdrawing from melee. Whenever a character retreats from melee, all adjacent, non-shaken, and non-stunned opponents immediately get a free attack. What you can do.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think I can't shoot them both down before they.
But what you can do is you can defend. Focus all your energy into defense against melee attacks. Increases your parry by 4. You can't perform any other actions, but you can move at least.
Oh.
You just can't run.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So like start moving away from.
Oh, it may not run. You're right, John.
Right,
yeah.
right. So I can defend and like just start to move like out of this sort of alleyway and like into somewhere more open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. I'll defend and start moving towards like that.
So I'll get my free strikes on you. Your parry is currently a
12 then. Oh, but minus the 2 from distracted? Is that how it works?
Parry? Oh yeah, because your parry's at 7, isn't it?
What? No, it's 8 normal. I thought you said I get +4.
Oh yeah, it's 4. Sorry, no, because I rolled a 7. I had that in my head. The gang up bonus. All right, so then I need an 11 to hit you. So they're both that thing, and then the blunt end of the blaster rifle. They miss you, and you're able to move your way back to the end of the alleyway. You're sort of where the hover vehicles and whatnot are. You were going down to see because there are some like repulsor lift driven vehicles, like a land speeder, similar to what Luke would use.
Right.
Next round, Queen of Clubs and 2. Let's try that again.
Perfect. I like that.
Hold on, let's see. Is this going to be a Joker? Be pretty bad if it was a Joker, right?
It would be pretty bad for me.
Oh, it's a 5.
Come on, fish for jokers. Come on.
All right. I think yes. I got 2. I'm gonna use them for rerolls. Okay, so then no. I'll use 1 for rerolls. Let's do 1 more card. Let's see if it's something interesting. Is this it, Jeff? Do you feel it? Can you feel it? Is that?
I can feel it.
Nah, it's a 5 again. All right. So then it is Cal's turn first. Cal, what are you doing? You have a gap of about 6 inches between, like, map-wise, on the ground, so 12 yards, I guess, between them. What are you doing?
I think what I'm gonna do.
You're going to recover from being distracted now, also.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And you said this is where the speeder bikes area is?
There's a bunch of speeder bikes in here that people are working on. They're like, you came down to sort of like the auto, the what do you call it? The pit, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, like I wonder do I think any of them are working?
Oh yeah, you can maybe hear someone kind of like, kind of rear out the thing, and like it's 2 friends who are kind of working on it. One's like, yeah.
No, yeah, I'm totally gonna do the like Star Wars move of like run over and jump on the speeder bike to take off.
You got it. I think just give us an athletics check to do it without kind of
Yeah, like
without one of
causing
them
a-
being able to grab you.
I'm
Yeah.
spinning you a fake Benny right now, but I can't. Do it.
Come on. Oh, roll 20. Dirty. You do me so dirty.
You're wrestling in to get him. All right, the Whippet boys. He's trying to get away, brother. Oh, get him.
He is trying to get away.
One of them's going to come running over, lumbering over, you know, Sweetums style. They move a lot faster than what they look, too. So 10. He's almost at you, but can't quite reach you. That's the one with the stunner. The other one switches his blaster rifle onto a stun mode. And it's going to fire at you. Let's see. This is going to be easier. 4. All he needs is a 4 to hit you. I rolled a 2. I got that last penny. Last penny to spend. Let's try it again. Oh, jack dice. Yeah, a 2 again. God dang it. So there's this ring. I think one of the guys is coming over to shout at you, and he gets hit by this blue ring and collapses down, stunned. And you can hear one of the Whippet boys crying out from behind. Oh, get out of the way! End of the round. Cal.
Oh, come on.
7. Whippet boys have a 10.
Oh, those Whippet boys.
Okay. Well, we're both out of bennies, I think. So it's Whippet boys are up first. One comes running up to you to try and get you with that neural stunner. He misses. You're able to sort of wrestle him out of the way. The other one fires at you again. 3. Another person in the auto pit falls down stunned. People are starting to take get the message and beginning getting out of the way. Your turn. What are you doing? You've been wrestling with this. I think it's like the what do you call it? The Whippet boys. Yeah, exactly. Totally. A blue milk, I think, was their famous track. Will?
Oh, well, it was a cover of, it was a dub mix of Devo's Whip It. It was a dub mix. Yeah.
All right, so then, Cal, I think it is, let's say, I don't know the species of these guys. So let's say, it's a, Erdelin? Is that what is that what Max Rebo was? Yeah. The blue guys.
Yeah, I know Max Rebo. I'm not sure what the species was.
I can't remember if that's what. Also, I will go with that, and if I'm wrong, I'll correct myself afterwards, or someone in chat will correct me anyway. So someone is you're in there, and he's kind of like, I'm trying to, get in your way. Cal, what would you like to do?
So what I want to do is, just do one of those, like, point my pistol at him, like, give me the bike, right? Like. Like, get away, like, shoo him away with my pistol and then get on the speeder bike.
Yep, go ahead and give us an intimidation check.
Yeah. Where's intimidation? Oh, do I not have
resisted by
intimidation?
his, hold on, resisted by his,
athletics, fighting,
spirit.
Oh, no, I just have to do it unskilled. I don't have intimidation.
I'll give you a +1 because you've already shot somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, unsuccessfully, but still. Do you not have intimidation, really?
No, it's strange. Maybe I'll take that one next time.
Nice.
With one of my level ups.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm using it. Oh. He's still not scared of me. Nobody's scared of me around here.
So you're like, move, please move. Please move.
Yeah.
I mean, you're normally not seen, right? Like, your shtick is not being caught. It's not,
Right. This is absolutely not where I want to be.
No. All right, so Cal, you've got ace of clubs. Look at that. And the Whippet boys a 4. All right, Cal, you're up first. What are you doing? Yeah, one of the Whippet boys right next to you. You got another one who's lining up a shot again.
Yeah, I think I'll shoot at the Whippet boys this time again.
The one adjacent to you, or the one that's
the one that's like right up close here.
Okay, and he's gonna unload everything into him.
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead.
I want to try and hurt him here.
Whoa. Okay, so 2 of those hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, here we go. Come on, money.
The first one hits his armor. Second one. Come on.
All right, here we go. Come on, roll something good.
Let's see some green.
Did it roll? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
All right. So that is.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness. Okay, so with a raise, that's 27. So let's 2, 3,
First you
4.
shook him, then you stirred him.
Oh man, that's...
And the one staggers back, and all you hear is, "I'm shot, brother!" As he falls back over. And the other one's like, "No, brother!"
yeah,
And
maybe
he goes
he'll worry about his
racing over
brother.
towards him.
Yeah.
And he's going to be ministering to him for this round. Now, wrong card. I got the wrong card. Let me get rid of that. Go away. Here we go. Cal got a 3. They got a 9. All right, so he's going to make a what is it? A healing roll? Medicine?
Yeah,
Can't remember what it is.
healing. Medicine.
Let's see here. All right, he's trying to stabilize his brother. What are you doing?
He's just like, it's just like one of these, like, screw it to the stupid speeder bike, and he's just gonna run away while he's administering to his
Sure, give us an
brother.
athletics check. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just like literally, all right, I'm out of here.
That's good enough. All right, so you go racing away, and in time to get away from where the Imperials will be soon coming to
Yeah, that's
investigate.
kind of what I was worried about.
All right, leaving the Whippet Boys behind. Then, so John, we'll get to what Droman is asking about next time, about trying to look into the thing. Sorry for...
No, that was the most entertaining fun I've had in like a week. So that was great.
I've been looking forward to whipping out the Whippet Boys for about 2 weeks now. So I'm
Yeah,
glad you
I
enjoyed-
rolled that a long time ago. That first double one that led to it.
All right. So then, I guess, geez, for the guys, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for chapter 11, episode 11 of our Knights Below adventure. As is always, John, how many advancements do you have thus far?
Oh, I was keeping track. I have 2.
2. Okay, you get another advancement. Cal and Chill, where are you guys at right now? Did you get 8 yet?
In a second, I'll tell you, maybe.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 3. I've had 3.
Yeah, no problem.
Pretty sure I've had the maximum.
I think you missed 1 though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I missed 1 session.
Yeah. So this is 9. So yeah, so you're gonna be. It'll be another couple of sessions before you get your next advancement. Chill, how many are you at now?
Well, I've got 5 written down.
You have 5 written down. That's
Yep,
it.
that's what I've got on my character sheet that I've written down.
Did
Is
you
5
miss
different events.
Because you haven't missed any sessions, have you?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't guess it was last week, but I think maybe the week before
Oh, maybe.
I laid out because I wasn't feeling good. I'll
Oh,
have to
that's
check this.
right. Yes. Okay, well, you get an advancement for today as well.
All right, cool.
I should have done a bit better job of keeping track of this stuff. I didn't know this would go on
I
as long.
try to keep track. I do, I promise.
Yeah.
I put it on the
I
bio
have-
page of my character sheet. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I had it all
wacky,
written
man.
down, then I erased them to prove that I used them. So now I don't know them anymore. Maybe not
All
the
right.
best plan.
So then, for those listening at home, we will be back in a galaxy far, far away in 1 week's time to see what else is happening on the surface of Sakaro. But until then, as is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and we'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There is also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to Star Wars RPGs, to Savage Worlds in general, and to most other games we run on the channel. There's a terrific community that is built up over there, very friendly, knowledgeable, and helpful, so you are more than welcome to join us over there by following that link. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a terrific selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they also have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. In fact, I've got a new order from them showing up tomorrow, I think. tomorrow, which has Jeff and Will. It has the cross-genre source book for G.I. Joe.
Ah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Full thing that for building adversaries and a new math for building adversaries in G.I. Joe. So there's some pretty... I've got it in PDF, and it's a really cool book, but the PDF is like 300 megs. So it's an absolute disaster trying to page through. I was like, I'm not fucking reading this anymore. But it's great stuff. But that's what for me. If they do not have something in that you're looking for, you can put it often on a want list, and they'll let you know when it comes in. I think there's something else in there that was on my want list at some point too. That's why I ended up. I'm like, I think I'm waiting for a copy from Renegade, but I have no earthly idea when that's going to show up because I bought it with I bundled it with the Cobra book, and the Cobra book doesn't come out for months, and I want this book now. So
yeah,
which is a long way of saying I guess that we got one book for the Gaming Earth or the charity raffle now. So there is also if you make a purchase through their website of $10 or more, be sure to enter the code SPRINGMUSER. I sure did, and you'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. They also have a sale going on. This is their summer sale right now. You can't use the discount code in the other, but the discounts for the sale is often better. And then starting in July 1st, we will have a new discount code. If you're coming or listening to this video afterwards and you want to head on over to Noble Knight and look around, be sure to check one of our more recent videos, and we'll have the current discount code for that. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is a charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really amazing organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. Not only do they provide, I guess first off, all donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it comes to the channel or any other middleman, just goes to benefit the kids who benefit from their services. And we have two small ways of saying thank you. One of them is if you donate $25 or more. For every $25 that you donate, you get one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next raffle. In addition, you also get a chance to vote on our next charity sessions. We have 3 more charity sessions between now and the end of the year. But if you donate $10 or more, you still get to vote. You're not going to get a chance to win anything in the raffle, but $10 or more is all you need to donate since June 1st, 2023 in order to vote for the final 3 sessions of our year-long Year of Ill Omens campaign. The first 3 sessions have been voted on by the donors for the first half of the year, and they've helped shape not only what era we're playing in, where we're playing, what type of heroes we're playing in the session, and what game we're using, and what connections they've had to previous sessions. We've had donors shape the sessions, bringing us to the golden age of piracy, to the first century AD in the Roman Empire, and most recently the Boxer Rebellion in China. And there's been a slowly unveiling mystery uncovering over the course of that time. Although, I mean, it'll be hard to top flying monkey demons from our last session, but I never, turn away from a challenge. So we'll have voting will be coming. I was going to do it last weekend. Unfortunately, day job stuff kept me busy, so I have not done that yet. But I will by the weekend, and then we'll have voting open for a couple of weeks for the first elements, and that will be what era we're playing in and what location we're playing in. So what concept are we playing for the general adventure? All you need to do is donate $10 or more in order to vote for all the rest of the sessions between now and end of year, all the elements of all those adventures as well. And if you want to have a raffle ticket for the next raffle, $25 or more is what you need to donate. And you also get a chance to vote. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart heroes in a galaxy far, far away. So John, Jeffrey, and Will, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. This was a lot of fun. A good reminder of why I like running Savage Worlds. So then, for those listening at home, we'll be back in a galaxy far, far away in 1 week's time. And until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are finding on the black sands of Sakaro. I get what do you call honorarium every time I mention that? So then, for those listening at home, we'll be back in 1 week's time. Until then, I'm trapped. I'm back at the beginning of the outro. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, happy gaming, and may the force be with you.